We're just going to make our way further north up to a new campsite called James Price Point that we've heard wonderful things about. We're going to stay there for a couple of nights. We can't stay there too long. We're running pretty low on water, and I don't think we've done a load of washing for about 10 days, and I've officially run out of socks. So we do need to make it back to Broome to do some admin stuff, water and groceries and all that sort of stuff. So we're just going to hang out at James Price for a couple of nights and chill out. So let's go check it out.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset.
Yeah, we're just going to keep banging up this corrugated sandy road and see what we come across. We'll see you there. Welcome to Quandong Point. We just pulled in here. We thought we might stop in here for a bit of lunch. We just pulled into one of the campsites here. Absolute beachfront camping up on top of the cliffs here. I don't know, it's tempting just to stay here. I think we're going to keep pushing on to James Price, but because we've heard it's magnificent as well. But yeah, wow, this is unreal, absolutely unreal. It is blowing a bit today. There is a decent breeze coming on shore. But the plus side of that is it's not hot at all, you know. It's probably 35 today, but feels like 25, you know. The sun's beating down, but that wind is just keeping the temperature right down. I'm stoked. This is, blown away. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm frothing. All right, I'm gonna go down and join Liz and the kids.
So in case you can't tell by this sunset, we are still at Quandong Beach. It's stunning here. It's just beautiful. I'm really happy. I guess it's just really nice to have some time to just be in the moment with your kids and just relax. And the kids have just literally just played in these rock pools for hours today. And I've just had time to think and, you know, have some me time, which has been amazing, which you definitely need if you are traveling in a caravan with anyone. Everyone needs their own time. Everyone needs their own space. Everyone needs, you know, to look after themselves and take time out for themselves, including the kids. They also need that. It's something that we've definitely learned on our 6 months of the road, is knowing when you need to have a breather or when somebody's feeling a bit too much under pressure, because we're traveling and living together in a very small space, and it's way better to be preventative than reactive in any situation. So yeah, I guess the last couple of days I felt like while Simon's been doing a lot of editing and working and stuff, I've had the kids quite a bit, and they can be needy. They're kids. That's fine. They're allowed to be needy. They're kids. But I guess for me, I've been really, craving some me time, which I haven't really realised until you get it. And then you're like, I feel 1,000 times better. So it's just been awesome today. Have the kids self-play and love life. And I've just been able to chill out here on this beach and listen to a few audiobooks that I've been into lately, and just generally unwind. We had some teas and bickies before, We're having leftovers for dinner, which is my favourite because I don't have to cook. We have been on the road for about 6 months now, and I would say the only thing that I'm missing from a house is a dishwasher. We are genuinely looking at ways we can get a dishwasher in our van. I would happily sacrifice the microwave for a dishwasher. The biggest concern would be how much water they use, and I know people say to me, oh, Liz, a dishwasher uses less water than hand washing. But does it use less water than I do hand washing? Because I will use a smaller bucket. I will use probably 1.5 litres, 2 litres of water to do the dishes. So it's got to stack up water-wise for us. Have a go at this. I think we're going to be in for an absolute cracking sunset tonight. It's low tide. The kids are covered in sand once again, but because I'm in a happy mood, I don't really care. I'm just like, it's sand. Just more sand. The kids have been just playing in these little rivers and streams created by low tide. They have loved it. They've probably got sand in places you don't want to know about, and they couldn't be happier. If you are up this way, make sure you plan more than one night here. Yeah, it's perfect. Unfortunately, we've only got a couple of days of water on board. We do have to be back in Broome for a couple of meetings. We do need some decent internet. But we decided to stay the night here, just enjoy it for what it is. Awesome tip is we flew the drone in to get some nice footage, but also put the drone up, and I could see perfectly, there was this tiny little trail to the left that I wouldn't have looked at and gone, yeah, we'll take a caravan down that, because it was just like a tiny little trail. But from the drone I could see that it was a full turnaround circle, and we'd easily get in and out and could see all the different campsites and which ones already had campers in it, because our little left-hand turn to get to our campsite, you can't actually see that we're there. So we've had a few people pull in hoping to get a campsite and been like, there's someone already here. But I already knew which ones we could and couldn't turn around in because I put the drone up. So it definitely made picking a campsite way easier. So if you are a bit of someone who doesn't like getting yourself in situations where you know you can't turn around, I would say pop your drone up, have a look around. Obviously be respectful of other campers when you're doing that. Have a look around and then pick your site. Beautiful. a pickle. We're bogged. We're in the soft sand at James Price Point. We're just going to get ourselves out. Yeah, we're just going to try and do a 3-point turn over soft sand. So let's see how it goes, hey?
Bit of digging. I don't know how we're going to get out of this. But sort of meandered, come into the campground, just followed the main track in, and it just got a bit tighter and tighter. There was nowhere to turn around, and anyway, we probably overcommitted. Should have gone for a walk in hindsight, but you do this dozens and dozens of times and it works out every time, except for this, except for the one time it doesn't, I suppose. We're just having trouble in the soft sand trying to turn around. Like, going straight forward and straight back's all right, but trying to manoeuvre and turn and stuff and get 3-tonne van and 3-tonne of car to do what you want. Just put the Maxtrax under the back wheels just to try and get us up and moving and get a bit of momentum in the right direction, and then I might have to use the Maxtrax. I wish I had 2 sets, but I've only got 1, so we'll deal with that. But really need a set of Maxtrax under the front wheels to get them to turn and do what I want them to do. But anyway, we'll give this a little pinch and see what happens.
Legends just lent us an extra set of 4 Maxtrax, so it made it much faster.
Yeah, more Maxtrax for the win. Oh well, we got out of there. That was a bit of a drama. It took us about half an hour probably to get out, but anyway, back on the road. That's what you get for not flying your drone or doing a bit of research or getting out of the car and going for a bloody walk. After Liz just said at Gondong, oh, how good was that, flying the drone in to see, you know, which campsite we should pick. Yeah, we should do that every time. 24 hours later, we don't do it and stuff it up. That was completely my fault. Liz on the way and said, should we fly the drone? I said, nah, should be right. It can't be that bad. Oh, famous last words, eh? Oh, well, you live and you learn. We got out. The hot tip from that is, when you first get to James Price Point, you'll see the turn off the main road, and in there's a handful of sites up on the cliff, sort of similar to where we had at Quandong, but probably not as accessible to the beach. And that's where we pushed past them thinking it was going to open up again, and it doesn't. It just gets epically sandy, hot, soft sand that we eventually got out of. But if you come back out to the main road and come back up another probably only 200 metres up the track, you'll see a big main sort of access down onto where we are now, this big flat area, heaps of room here for heaps of campers. I really like that we got here at high tide, which is handy because you know exactly sort of roughly how far the water's going to come up. The tides are still gradually getting bigger. We're heading into spring tides, but it's not going to come up that much more. So it just helps you to figure out where to camp, where's going to get wet and where's not. But absolutely epic spot. Like, we've just come right up the end, so wouldn't say we've got it to ourselves, but it's certainly, we've got our own little bit of beach here that we can hang out on, and the boys are looking forward to just going and playing at the rock pools again too. It's a bloody hot day today when you get out in the sun, but this breeze is coming off the water. It's beautiful today. It's not as windy as it was yesterday. Probably only a 10 knot breeze coming off the water, and it's just like having an aircon going through your van. It's fantastic. So yeah, looking forward to just having a nice quiet night here again. Chill out, not do too much.
I've got a surprise for lunch.
Surprise lunch?
Yeah, it's my secret.
Secret? Are we going to put secrets onto YouTube, darling?
This is going to sound disgusting, but trust me, hummus, peanut butter, and salad on your wrap. It is amazing. Think like chickpea satay. It's good. It is good.
It's bloody not bad. It does sound a bit weird the first time she mentioned it to me. I'm like, I don't know about that. It's actually really good with the alfalfa sprouts. That's. I mean, Liz's having bean sprouts, which is probably similar. I don't really go much on them, but alfalfa sprouts are pretty good on it. Or yeah, any salad really. But it does work. It's a weird combo, but it's just one of those flavours that go together. This is what everyone describes here when you come to James Price. These beautiful red cliffs, the white sand, blue water. It's just magic. The colours here are insane, especially now at high tide.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better if I wrote you a poem, if I posted a letter?
Oh, another classic slow morning from us. We've just relaxed and had a nice coffee, and we're trying to get out of camp early, but I mean, it's 9 o'clock. We'll get there soon.
Speak for yourself. I've made breakfast, lunch and dinner. I've been like a machine this morning.
Yeah, we'll come to you in a minute. So unfortunately, we're going to get going this morning. We would have loved to have stayed another few nights here, but we've already been off grid for the last 15 nights, and we left Pender Bay 12 nights ago. So Pender Bay was the last time we filled up on water. We are getting critically low on water. I've actually got a business meeting tonight, so I really need to get back to Broome to have good internet connection for that. That's just one of the compromises we got to make with our trip. Yeah, and so we're going to head back into Broome restock. So we've got a heap to do in there. The standard boring stuff: fuel, gas, groceries, water, wash. We're going to try and wash the van, and then that is pretty much going to wrap up this episode. I hope you've enjoyed our little look around the Dampier Peninsula. This has been just a perfect way to finish off an epic outback trip, like the Gibb River Road and everything that we did leading up to that. It's just been the best way to just slow down, chill out, and enjoy some good bush camping, some great coastal camping. We've never done camping like this in our lives. We've done a lot in New South Wales and Queensland and stuff, but yeah, to camp on the beach like this with a luxury caravan has been specky. It has been wicked. So yeah, look, we just are feeling really refreshed, really appreciative for what we've gotten to do here, and also really looking forward to what's coming up next. So stick around for that. We'd really appreciate it, as always, if you could give us a like on the video. Subscribe. It means you don't miss a thing. It means we get the warm and fuzzies because we know what we're doing is having an impact, and that's the only reason we're doing what we're doing, is to help you out. So it's really, yeah, it really does help us out, and it's free for you, and it's very quick. You just got to click that little button down the bottom there that says subscribe, and you're done.
And then you'll get the feel goods.
And we'll get the feel goods too.
We're going to head out to James Price Point, which is just up the road, maybe what, half an hour?
I really don't know.
We actually don't know. We're going to make our way further north up, what's this road called? Don't know. All right, never mind.
Okay, that's a dirty lens. I'm just going to clean this screen.